So, two things. One, I thought I hit the recording button and I didn't, which I thankfully quickly noticed. Two, so the only thing I did off screen was I realized I had forgotten the down in the swamp spatula, and I wouldn't pick that up. And I tried to go and have the cage follow me, but I accidentally picked up the spatula, and I failed to do that, so nothing happened differently from the first time I picked that up. So thankfully, at the very least, since I had already recorded that, you guys didn't miss anything, since I recorded that before I lost my save file. Speaking of which, I'm going to do that, because I've gotten 10 spatulas since then. Cool. And I don't know what I'm going to do about this controller doing dumb things, but oh well. So then, back to where we were. This guy again. I actually did come back here briefly last step or off screen when I forgot to record, but
there's nothing like the smell of bubbles in
very
the morning.
quickly
Smells like
I realized that I had forgotten something. No, then.
fresh like
No,
a
it's not,
spring breeze.
because I saw that ice, that freezer fruit down there, I think is what happened, and realized what it had. That reminded me of the freeze fruit you used in the previous area. So, let's see.
Just my size.
I believe you can actually just jump up here using Spongebob for everything. Just like in the original. In the original as well, you could do precisely this. You could have SpongeBob go through all of these himself. I don't think there's any reason to go down there myself. Oh, I need the camper. Cool. Get the sock. Being efficient here.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
There's nothing to be ready for anymore, SpongeBob. Basically done. Is there actually anything left to do in here? Oops. One sock. Which sock is that? Darn, I'm actually really not sure which sock that is. That's unfortunate. Huh.
SpongeBob, there you are.
I want you to
Thanks
say
to
if-
you, all the campers have safely returned.
No problem,
Is
Mrs.
this Mr.
Puff.
Krabs?
Any self-respecting sponge would gladly help. And it was actually fun exploring the kelp forest.
No, it wasn't.
You're not so bad when you aren't behind a wheel, SpongeBob. Thanks again.
Always glad to lend a hand, Mrs. Puff.
I found this golden spatula the other day. Why don't you take it? You've definitely earned it.
Wow, Mrs. Puff. I'll cherish it always.
I do wonder, since Mr. Krabs still did his introductory dialogue when I spoke to him after having picked up his spatula, I wonder what Mrs. Puff would have said if I hadn't already spoken to her.
You're still here, Mrs. Puff?
Oh, SpongeBob, I just feel like I'm all over the place these days.
Well, have fun. See you at class.
Curious if Mrs. Puff would have said something different if I had already completed her task before speaking to her for the first time. But where is that last sock I need to remember now? I don't have a very clear memory of where socks are in general in this area. Oh, that's where this takes you. Oh, huh. I don't have the little thing that bounces you up here. Oh, whoop. There's a sock on the slide, I'm sure. I remember there being a sock on the slide in the original. I also assumed... I don't know why you're talking to me. I do remember I'd assumed that there was a sock on the slide, if I remember right. At the end of last recording session. Before I hit my head on a vine when I tried to jump. I remember assuming that there was a sock here on the slide back before I cut the last recording session and I hadn't yet lost my save file. So, I believe I should take that to mean that there is in fact a sock here, because I do remember there being a sock in the kelp slide. And I haven't explored everything here. Ah! Darn, I should have some water here or something. Singing in my throat all of a sudden. You can just listen to me with a coarse voice for a little bit, I guess. It's getting gradually better anyways. But if you really want to hear me with the coarse voice, if that entertains you for some reason, you should listen to... I don't remember which episode it was, but it was one of the episodes of Kaze no Klonoa. Well, yeah, Kaze no Klonoa Insights into Star Metal. That being Klonoa Heroes. There was one episode where I didn't realize it, but I had a really, really nasty... There you go. That shiny object took some time to catch up to me, where I didn't realize it, but I had a really bad voice. I had a sore throat that whole time, and what eventually ended up happening was speaking for an hour made it so much worse. But we're now done with the Kelp Forest. Awesome. We caught up. I still had to redo some stuff, but we caught up a good deal faster than I expected to, and in a lot more entertaining way than I expected to. After losing my save data. So it's kind of... That worked out really well, actually. What happened there. This gave me an opportunity to just break this game apart even more. So imagine it's going through here that actually triggers the leaf that you can bounce on to come back up here. No? Does it just never appear? That's weird. In the original there was a I believe there was a leaf that would appear, so you could just bounce back up there from here. I guess there's not that much point to it since you just teleport back there. But it would appear once you complete the vine. Anyways, we're back here. Wonderful. How many shy objects do I have? 33,000. Not quite enough for this. And definitely not enough for Mr. Krabs. I did see there was a glitch I was going to show off. It would actually be an interesting one to see too, if it's true. So this one, I'm not finding myself. I don't think I would have found it myself either, because I wouldn't have tried coming here. But apparently, if you come back to the boss areas after you beat them, there's no boss. I don't think I would have ever had any reason to come back into any of these areas if nobody had told me that this glitch existed, so I don't think I would have found this glitch otherwise. So, I'll just say this is entirely a glitch that I was told about, not one that I found myself in any capacity. But, nice glitch! So this one got fixed in the patch that was released. Shortly after the game was released. Listen to the sound effects, they can actually all the ambience and whatnot. I can hear the conveyor belt for one, but there's more too. There's some kind of like general like wind noise or something. I can hear here. Oh whoa, you can even stand on these. That is interesting. It's really eerie having no music here, my god. Yeah, this is actually really interesting and cool. Having this glitch here. Because it lets me just run around. Without the boss distracting me. Oh, you know, there is one more glitch actually that I just now remembered how you do. But it's another one that I wouldn't have found. I don't think I'll even show it. It's another one I'm certain I wouldn't have found on my own. But it's a glitch that lets you get over some invisible walls and whatnot, it sounds like. So you see these barrels moving around in the background and whatnot. So you can actually stand on here. Oh, that's no collisions. Darn it. Curious what I even gauged on these collisions. Darn. I want to get to these things, but... Ah, very, very close. I think in the optimal case, like if it's at the bottom of its floating animation, and I jump at the right time, I think it's possible to get up there. I jump super, super late. This game has a lot of coyote time, so you can actually jump a lot further than it looks like. Nah, I think that was the best I was gonna get. Maybe I can't stand on that. I don't think there's anything else to do here or anything like that. If I can get to this over here. I don't think I can. Darn it! That could be interesting, because I'd like to touch those spouts. But the other one that I went to didn't have cushions anyways. So maybe that doesn't matter. Unless you can actually stand on this part. Oh, you can. Perfect. And the collisions don't actually line up with the... There's a walls don't line up with the other collisions here. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's unexpected. I like how there's stuff going on in the background here. I haven't looked that closely at the industrial park in the original, so I can't tell how this compares. I don't know how much or less lively this is. Whoa. Okay, no collisions. More collisions than I expected. Huh. And then if you go to the Poseidon, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but oh, we actually have music here. Nice. I appreciate the reference to the show there. More references to the show. That's interesting. I like it. Interesting choice of banners. The actual 3D models of people cheering. I love all the glow sticks. Earmuffs guy. The mime. It's amusing seeing all these people here. Oh, it's a little like floaty kid. Yeah, see, I just never had a chance to like sit around and look at these places. Excuse me. Is this where the boss is supposed to be? Maybe? I think this is the boss that I'm touching. That's very interesting. Is the industrial park like that? How instead of going to the center? Yeah, the collisions of the boss are here. Never looked very closely at this part. Of course, the boss is always here, so you never have a chance. I guess nothing special happens if I respawn. Nope. So is there nothing that this top thing is connected to? Oh, it's like sitting within some kind of, it's connected to an actual like big frame thing. I don't think it was actually connected to anything in the original, so that's good. There's actually like some big structure over the top of here. So it still doesn't make much sense, but it's a lot better. Okay. In that case, I can't really go back to Bikini Bottom from here. So let's just take the taxi, I guess. And in that case, so that does, just make sure, leave Kelp Forest done, 100%, cool. So we're close to done with this game then. At least in some metrics. Because, oh, I should look at the police station. Because we're also going to have the matter of getting all the shiny objects and whatnot to pay Mr. Krabs. However that happens. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Supposedly that's another thing they changed in the patch too, making Mr. Krabs cost a sane amount of money. I don't know why they changed that. It costs so much more. Soon. Reads poetry, likes plants, and enjoys zapping wandering citizens. And maybe some walks on the beach. In fact, they do seem to like the beach. There are lots of them on the beach. I do like this game's interpretation of Monsoon, though. in honesty. Tublet, that's what they're called. Tublets. 1 6-packs with coupon. Inexplicable jello attack, not anymore. See, that's why I always thought them as like jelly, whatever, because they just describe it as jello, but no, it's just fire in this game. It stays crunchy, even in milk. I appreciate these descriptions. Oh, that's why I never know what to call these things. I just call them lemon flavored whatevers, because it's better saying that than boots every time. See, it is lemon scented. I think they're very predictable, personally. Spontaneously combust. And has really weird collisions. I like how you can see this guy's head's actually a bucket. Or a finger painting. He doesn't have fingers though. Huh, does that look like a power meter on the front? That seems to like imply they're low on battery or something? They need to be plugged into an outlet or something? But there's a narrative here, I like it. Well, they fire oil bombs, but they're surrounded by bubbles instead of oil now for some reason. Doesn't wear underwear or bathe very regularly. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure where they'd wear underwear. Although they do apparently have butts. I don't know. Why did I always assume when SpongeBob said he saw property of plankton right on the butt of a robot? If I remember right, I think that's what he said. Why did I always think that it was on a slick? I always pictured that being on a slick. Not that I had like very vivid mental image of that, but I just figured that, I don't know why. I just always thought that it was a slick where he saw that. I have no idea why I thought that. But I do like how they have a bubble wand, like to mimic SpongeBob in a way. So many sounds. It's weird. Okay, anyways, I'll see you guys next time in the next episode. Where we head on into the Dutchman's Graveyard finally, because I wanted to do that for so long. Bye everyone.